Today, we're gonna go check out a new e-bike from Ecodrive. They are quite popular for their Ecodrive 1.0 and 2.0, so I'm very much looking forward to the new e-bike. Let's head over and check it out right now. Let's go. Okay, we are currently at drive-by. I would say this outlet is slightly smaller as compared to the previous few outlets that I went to. As you can see all the Ecodrive over there. It's like the headquarters of Ecodrive. I think they also do sell some other bikes as well, but they are mainly Ecodrive. And one thing special about drive-by is they do provide rental service from as low as $15. You can try all their latest e-bike for a few days and really go and try it. And if you like it, you can buy it from them. But that's beside the point. We're here to check out their new e-bikes. This is the Ecodrive Ranger. Okay, first impression, this looks exactly like Jimove MC, especially the silver color one. They do have the blue color as well. The form factor, the frame, the size, and even the wheels, it looks almost exactly the same as Jimove MC, but it still retains some of the Ecodrive essence. As you can see, the silver fender, the sports rim, and also the iconic red brakes, and you can see on front and rear wheels. And the only difference I would say is the control is now in the middle instead of at the back, so I would say it's better. So yeah, that's the only difference between Jimove MC. And this could potentially be better than Jimove MC since this is a 48V e-bike. So let's talk about specs. Okay, spec wise, this is obviously a 48V e-bike. You get all the advantage of it: better hill climb, better torque, better pickup speed. So battery is a 48V 18Ah. Technically it's a 14% more battery than Jimove MC if you're comparing watt hours, but because the wheels, they are the same, it's a 1:1 comparison, so we are actually really getting 40% more range. So this is great. And for wheels, this is a 14-inch 1.75-inch width, so this technically is a more slimmer tire as compared to the few e-bikes that I tried previously. It's almost the same as the Jimove MC. I think this is still a little bit more slimmer. So basically 14-inch, you'll get more humps and bumps, and because it's a slimmer tire, you'll be more slippery. I would recommend changing your tire to a 2.125-inch width for better experience and remove skidding. And that is what I did with Jimove MC. Foldability and form factor, I would say you can fold this e-bike to a really small size and keep it at one small corner of your house. It won't take up space, and especially if your house does not have much space, this will be a good form factor e-bike for you to have, same as my Jimove MC. And you can actually take it to public transport, train, taking cab or Grab as well. This will be an awesome e-bike to bring around. And I can't emphasize of how important foldability it is for me, as I usually bring it to take train to do my food delivery, and in times of when the bike broke down, it does take a transport as well. So that's the convenience of it. And lastly, hydraulic brakes. This is the second e-bike that I heard of to have a hydraulic brakes stock, so I'm excited to try this out. Let's give it a try first. Yeah, definitely hydraulic brakes. So I would say no matter which brand of hydraulic brake it is, it will still be a better tier of brake system compared to V-brake or disc brakes. So definitely I will try out to see how it feels later on. And for the rest of the stuff, pretty much the same as Jimove MC, so I will not talk more about it. So overall, just for my first impression and specs, I really like it. I really love the form factor of this e-bike. It just really suits me, especially since I already like Jimove MC, and this could potentially be better than Jimove MC, so I'm dying to try this out right now. So let's go and try it out. Let's go. Okay, so this e-bike has like 5 modes of speed, so we're going to test it out right now. Speed 1, we're going at 13 kilometers per hour. Speed 2, 16, 19, 22. And lastly, speed 5, we are going at 24.1. I think this is the max speed. Yeah, it won't go faster than that. So it's an increment of 3 kilometers per hour, very gradual. I certainly like this more than 3-speed e-bike, because if you are using 3-speed e-bike, most likely you can just use the max speed because the speed difference is just too much. So I do appreciate that this e-bike has 5 modes of speed. Okay, we're gonna test the pickup speed. Stationary right now, mode 5. Gonna start right now. Let's go. There's a bit of water. 7, 10, 14, 16, 19, 21, 23, 23.6, 9, 24.1. I would say it takes more than a few seconds to pick up to the max speed, but I would say this is really good enough for a 48-volt e-bike. I don't really need it to be too fast. But what I do notice is that the moment that when you pedal, the motor kicks in almost instantaneously, so that's something that I really like. Way more effortless as compared to those that requires a few pedals to kickstart. So this is definitely awesome to have. Riding experience, I would say this is a small and nimble e-bike, just like Jimove MC. You can turn at really sharp turns at narrow corners, so I do really like it. But I would say it's slightly more bumpy than Jimove MC, probably due to the fact that the tire is slightly more slimmer. And I think it would be somehow, I do feel that this e-bike is more stable. For some reason, you know, Jimove MC is like real weight heavy, so the weight actually feels better. So I feel that maybe this could resolve the skidding issue, but you still have to try it out to know more. But definitely still a bit more bumpy as compared to Jimove MC. Okay, lastly, hydraulic brakes. This lever is actually more comfortable for 2 fingers braking, but I'm still going to show you guys 1 finger tap braking at max speed. So I'm going to start right now. Mode 5, let's go. And 23.9, let's brake right now. So yeah, as expected, this is way more effortless as compared to V-brake or disc brake. I really like it, but during emergency brake, I think you still have to use all your fingers lah. So yeah.
And we also did a hill climb test at the spot that we did Orca 3.0, which is pretty steep.
15, 17, 16, and slow down to 15 kilometers, 15.4.
And we got around 15 to 16 kilometers per hour.
Okay, so I would say this is actually better than Jimove MC, in fact in a lots of areas. So I really do enjoy this e-bike, but there's one caveat, so that is trolley pushing. So when you fold this e-bike, for some reason I don't know why, the front wheel is actually higher than the rear wheel, so you end up probably only able to trolley push with 1 wheel. I actually brought it back, took a train all the way from Aljunied to Canberra. Actually not that hard for me, just that you need a little bit more effort and time to get used to trolley pushing with 1 wheel. Do give it a try to see if you are able to trolley push with 1 wheel. If not, maybe this is not the one for you. Some listeners talk about handlebar may be a bit short for some people, but for me it's still quite okay for me. It's extendable, so we can actually adjust it to your perfect adjustment. LCD screen, very decent size, have the plus minus button, but weirdly the power button is at the back of the LCD, so you will take a while to get used to. Brake lever, I feel like it's not as comfortable as compared to the others that I tried before, but still very decent. E-bike seat, very okay-ish. I do recommend getting a better one instead. And there's actually a handle in the middle of the frame itself, so you can actually carry it if you ever need to. Rear rack is the welded version, but it did say that it can support up to 15 kg, so I think it should be alright. No Brompton bracket mount, no ring bell or horn, but I do see that they will give some previews. Maybe they will give some ring bell for it. And lastly, aesthetic, I do feel that Jimove MC is still much nicer, especially when they have few others unique colors as well. I do not really like the silverish fender of this e-bike, and also the crankset. The feeling is like they just carry it over from Ecodrive 2.0 and put it onto this Ecodrive Ranger. But if you don't care about aesthetic and more about functionality, then I would say this is more than good enough and way better than Jimove MC. And for the rest of things, it's more or less the same, or in fact better. The pricing is going at 1.6k, which is $300 more than Jimove, but you're getting a 48-volt power and hydraulic brakes and slightly more battery. So I would say 1.6k is actually a very reasonable price to get. But value-wise, I would say Jimove MC is still the king.
And I got a deal for you guys. If you use my code ADAMCI50 on their website drivebike.sg, you will get a $50 off. Or either you can go to their shop and quote my name, you will get a $50 off as well. So enjoy.
And with that all said, this is probably the next best small form factor e-bike you can get right now, triumphing over Jimove MC. So do definitely check out this e-bike at Aljuni, or you can even rent it for a few days to really go and try it out, and if you like it, you can just buy it. And it also does come in 2 colors, this silver and blue, so pick your poison. And that's all about what I want to say. I'll see you guys in the next vlog. Ciao, bye. Man, I don't actually know why Jimove won't come up with a 48V version of the same exact model for MC, but as of now, I'll say this is your next best alternative for small form factor 48V e-bike right now. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, do like and subscribe, and do check out other videos. Bye.